Alright, the next project that we're going to do is a little Tom Hindes polar bear. Okay? Now I cut him out and Tom, this is made out of 3/4 inch piece. The last ones have been 1/2 inch. This was a 3/4 basswood. Now, the first thing, the grain. How would you want the grain to be going? Well, naturally with the legs and everything, you want your grain to be going this way. That's where you want your grain. That's the first thing you want to do. Make sure that your grain is going this way. If your grain's going this way, you're going to have trouble with the legs. All my figures, the grain is always going upwards. Very often. Now, in the porpoise, excuse me, the dolphin that we did, I don't know why I keep calling it a porpoise. It's a little bit different because it was shaped a little bit different, but I still went up with the grain, in other words. So in any of my figures, the grain is always going up the legs and stuff like that to help you with the nose, the face, the especially the legs, things like that. So we have a little bear here, polar bear, and we're going upward with the grain. So let's take our knife. Now Tom, on this one, does not have a tail, but he goes ahead and cuts one in. So we're going to just come one down here like this, and we're going to come over here like this, and we're going to cut in a tail, okay? Just like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and draw our center line as well. This is our center line to just give us an idea of how far we're coming in. That center line helps you to do that. Drop my pencil. So let's go ahead and make a cut right here on our tail like we did the last one, and just come down a little bit like this and cut that off. Alright, and on the other side let's do the same. Don't get in a hurry. Cut it a little bit more, and cut a little bit more. This tail is not real noticeable, but it is a little tail that goes with the see it? Cut a little bit more here. And watch your center line as you, each side, just go over and cut a little bit more. And cut a little bit more. Cut a little bit in here. A little bit in here. So I'm just cutting very little bit off at a time, just to give it an indication that there is a tail just like that. See it? And we can kind of bring these legs down right in here. So we've got us a little tail here. Alright, and we've done that. Now we want to come around this area in here on both sides. And we want to start cutting into this area in here, okay? All right. Do a V cut. Kind of cut in there. All right, see that? We can even come down here and make a little V cut. And down here and make a little V cut, okay? So we're kind of separating that head from the body. Now next, let's just go ahead and come across here like this with a cut. And come over here and do the same. And we just sort of start shaping this body a little bit. Okay. Now, we do not, we're going to come down the legs here. We're not going to separate the legs. He doesn't separate the legs on here, so we're not going to do it. We kind of make the cuts here. See that? Kind of a straight cut there. A straight cut there. And I'm going to bring these legs down. Now, what we want to do is just sort of make a cut in there. There we go. And a cut coming up here. Same way like we did the other one. See that? And there goes my pencil. And we cut up like that. And we make a cut like that. See? We kind of clean this out in here. Now we want to come back here to the back leg. And let's kind of look at this from the bottom here. Okay. And we look at the leg here. If we have to cut even more, and there we will. But we want to come back to this back leg. And we want to kind of make a deep cut into here and bring it back a little bit, okay? See that? We want to bring that leg back, make a deep cut in there to bring that leg, and then make a cut in there to make the thing. Okay, now we want to take and we want to make a V cut on the back leg to signify, just like here. So you gotta see that. We want to make a little mark in here with our knife. We want to come back here. We want to cut a V, just like that, see? We want to come over here. We want to do the same thing. We want to cut a V cut, just like that. All right? And then we grow in here and we kind of join, cut down, and make a V cut. It's a little tight in there, but that's okay. There we go. We make a V cut of our animal for the back legs, is what I'm saying. See that? See that little V cut in there? And then we kind of take our knife and clean that up in there a little bit. It's a tight space, it is. Just kind of get your knife in there and clean up a little bit. Okay. And we want to stay with this cut in here. We'll cut it again. And over here. Just like this cut here. We want it. There it is. Clean it up. We want it there. And we want it there. Here we go. See? Okay. Let's go ahead and thin that tail up some more. There we go. Make a cut here. Make a strong cut in there. And let's go ahead and make our little cuts for our tail there. There we go. And let's take our knife and just let's soothe that tail a little bit. Kind of just hangs down. There you go. And I'm gonna come across like that. And like that. See it? Do 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 do. Tell you what, you don't have to do this. I'm just gonna make a little cut right there. I'm just gonna do that. That's just me, okay? This is not. That's just me. And remember, when you do something, you can do it your way a little bit. It's my version, as we say. I just want to make that little cut right there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to make a little cut back here, just to separate those legs. I like that. That don't mean you have to do that, okay? It's very delicate, so you want to be careful. Be very, very careful. All right. Let me just thin the legs up a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Just come in here. All right, now what we got to do? We got to kind of work on the face a little bit. So let's go ahead and separate our ears. There's our ears right there. Yep. And you come in between them. It's just gonna be a little bit brittle and hard. So take your time. Take your time. There we go, see? All right. Now the way it looks is that Tom is actually coming forward like this with the face. Like that, okay? I mean, this is a very delicate area in here. So we want to be careful. See the small cuts I'm taking? Just like that. We want to take and kind of come down here like this. Make a cut in here. Sort of like that. And it looks like Tom sort of just brings this area forward. Just like that. He brings that forward like that. I'm going to come across here. Sort of like this. Okay. Let's continue on both sides once again. Bringing that forward like that. See? And then sort of bringing this forward like that. Okay? Let's come down just a little bit more. All right. And he brings it forward like this. All right. I want to be very careful as he brings it down toward the nose here. Okay, now the ears are going to be sort of pointed. So let's you want to be careful in this area. This very delicate on the ears here. They sort of come out this way because they are. Let me cut that. Cut that. There we go. The ears sort of are pointed. Cut that in between there. Let me see what Tom does here. Okay. Ears are actually sort of in an angle like this. Here we go. At an angle. I'm trying to get my knife right. This is a very delicate area and you just have to really, really watch it. So the ears sort of angle off like this. Just like that. They angle off. So you want to be careful. This is very thin in here. I want to cut a V. Here we go. Just like that. Cutting a little inside the ear right there with a little V, and you just pop it out like that. There we go. Just like that. And we sort of take a V cut and just put a little V cut in there. Come from the back here and bring that forward.